Welcome back to the Misfits Boxing channel. Now, I'm joined by a very, very special guest, True Geordie, pre-fight interview. How you doing?
I'm all good, brother. How are you, mate?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Now, it's a big night of boxing. Talk to me. Let's talk about this card. What's getting you excited?
Do you know what's getting me excited? This is the venue where Joe Weller and KSI did their weigh-in, where Logan Paul and Jake Paul did their weigh-ins versus Deji. The memories in here. And I think KSI deliberately picked that venue because Logan Paul would feel at his most uncomfortable, because the audience here, you really feel it in the ring. It's not like this, 20,000 arena where you just kind of days out of how many people there are. You really feel everyone's reaction. So the atmosphere is going to be sick tonight. And we've got like loads of up-and-coming contenders, and I'm really excited for a lot of 50-50 fights. There's a lot of fights where you're like, I just don't know what's going to happen, and that's what I'm excited for.
What's actually your fight of the night? Me personally, Gabe and OJ, that's a big fight for me, but I'm interested in your one.
Arms Corleone, mate. This guy has something special, I think. He's improved so much since the last fight, and now he's going up against a guy in Minicon who he struggled with in the first fight, and I think he's made so many improvements. I'm like, right, if you get him out of here and you really make a statement, we got a heavyweight title contender big time. Even, he sort of, with that hulking physique, you could be our Francis Ngannou in Misfits, right? So I'm excited to see how he gets on.
So I'm welcoming you back to Misfits. There was a bit of a break. How does it feel to be back involved in this scene?
Yeah, I'm always covering it, but I thought, next year I'm going to give it a go and do more commentary. Thanks to Mams for hooking me up and asking me to come and do this. And for me, it's just an excuse to get ringside seats. I love boxing,
love it.
and if they'll let me talk about it while I'm watching it, I'm happy. That's fine.
Well, there's a good friend of ours. He's going to be sitting over here, Joe Weller. How's it to see him back? He's training again. What can we expect?
Do you know what? The comeback of Joe Weller is something we've been waiting for a long time. He first fought, he was about 21, and he didn't have good coaching. This time, I think we're going to see a whole different animal completely. Obviously, there's the fight with Ethan that looks set to come next year. Ethan's a strong guy. He's been through his own transformation, his own journey. I think they're two heroes of the industry, and I can't wait to see them throw down, mate. It's special, that.
So now we do need to talk about the king of YouTube boxing, KSI, the guy that runs the channel. What did you make of that fight against Tommy Fury? We all didn't expect him to do as well as he did. He got there, he made it to the end bell. What did you make of that fight?
I predicted him to win that fight. I actually just thought, this guy's capable of a bit of a magic moment. Fucking hell. And that's got the ears going, won't it? And he's capable of ringing the bell on a few fighters, and I was proud of him. I was proud of him in how well he fought, but I just think at the end of the day, you're in there with a pro. It did get really difficult towards the end, but I still think he won the fight. I think he with the deduction of the point, he should have been the winner. I had it 3 rounds each with the deducted point going KSI, so I think he won.
Is that something that do you believe will be overturned? Obviously, they put in...
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of faith in the commissions to admit they've made a mistake, and I do think it was so close that they'll go, all right, but I just hope he takes a lot of confidence from it, and I think that's the fight that shows he really can beat Jake Paul now. We've seen enough to know he can beat him, and I hope we see that fight next year, mate.
Logan Paul, another friend of yours, he's in the WWE. He had his recent fight against Dylan Dennis, but he's claimed to be retired. Do you believe he has done what he needs to do in the ring, or would you like to see him back?
I think he's done what he needs to do. I just interviewed Kurt Angle, WWE legend, who was one of the fastest rising stars in wrestling ever, along with Brock Lesnar, who he had a big rivalry with. And he said, Brock Lesnar and me, Logan Paul is up there with that level of shooting star in the WWE. He can do it all. He can be the WWE champion. The great thing about Logan is he can do what you want. And I think if the right fight comes along, we might see him come back. But I think for now, he's where he's supposed to be.
So a fight that's recently just been announced is Tyson Fury versus Usyk. A fight I didn't believe was going to happen. I know you have your kind thoughts about Tyson Fury. How do you believe that fight's going to go? Do you think Tyson Fury's getting to the end of his career now?
To be honest, I think Tyson Fury is just a bad matchup in terms of Usyk's a bad style for him. I think Tyson likes those slower guys who are shorter than him, who's got the advantage on in a lot of ways. Usyk's the first guy you're going to see in there who has the speed, the ring IQ, the footwork. He's really going to give problems. And if you look at the vulnerabilities we've seen in Tyson's career, he's been dropped several times now. You look at how vulnerable Usyk's looked. All right, a low blow once. When else have we seen him look vulnerable? So I think if we're looking at who's got the cleanest resume, it's Usyk, and I think he's going to sweep Fury in a points win quite comfortably, actually. Similar to the AJ fight, 9-3.
Another boxing prodigy I see is yourself, my friend. The heavyweights are starting to get in. When can we expect you to make a return to the ring?
You know, I was training for quite a while, but I'm so devoted to the game of podcasting, and the amount of time I'd need to take out, and people might think this is cliche, but I respect boxing too much to be going, let me do half-arse in this, and I think that's something you really got to take seriously. So for me, I feel like I'm a bit older than all the lads I started out with, and I missed that chance, and I've devoted myself to what I'm supposed to be doing, which is commentary, breaking fights down.
So the last thing I'm going to get you to do, as I know you're very busy, is I'm going to give you the mic here, and I want you to give a message to the fans at home. Excited to see True Geordie here.
Big shout out to everyone who loves Misfits. We all do. We're building something special here. And one of the things I love about Misfits more than anything is how hungry these fighters are. In pro fighting, you see people avoiding the big fights. At Misfits, we can't get them on quick enough. It's so like you've seen with the Prime card. And that's what makes us special. So keep supporting all of these fighters. They're giving everything for your entertainment, and you're in for a good show tonight.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Big love, bro.
Absolute honour.
Nice one.
Thank you.